Hey, how are you? Today I'm going to be talking to you about my recent purchase, the Sony EF 100 to 400 4.5 to 5.6 GM OSS lens. The reason I made this purchase is that recently in November of 2021 I got into the Sony system. At that time I went ahead and purchased the 200 to 600 millimeter lens. I've enjoyed this lens. It's a great lens, very happy with it. And I decided now to purchase the 100 to 400 millimeter lens, mainly because of the size and the weight being less than the 2 to 600. Last year I went on a hiking trip to the Grand Canyon and to Utah. I went to Bryce Canyon, and I just can't see me carrying the 2 to 600 millimeter lens in a backpack. And also I don't want to have to worry about a lens of that size for an entire trip, especially a trip where I will be driving and stopping along the way quite often. And I like the freedom, lighter, smaller gear for walking around old towns, especially in the West. I really enjoyed that. I know there's been a lot of unboxings. This lens has been out for quite some time already. Hopefully mine's a little bit different. What I think makes mine a little bit different is the fact that I'm showing you a couple of items that I purchased for this lens at the same time. One of them being a lens cover, basically to protect the lens from scratches. And typically in the past I've bought this from the company called Lens Coat, but this time I purchased it from a company called Easy Cover. This will be the second one I purchased. I did purchase one for the 2 to 600 when I got the lens, and I was very impressed with the quality, and it's about $20 cheaper than the Lens Coat brand. I came across this brand when I was shopping at B&H for the Sony equipment. Another item I purchased is the Leafoto collar foot to replace the foot that came on the Sony 1 to 400 millimeter lens. This brand also is one that I purchased the Sony 2 to 600 millimeter lens, and so far I've been happy with it. Big reason for the switch is one is black and it won't get all scuffed up. But the most important one is that it has an Arca Swiss style foot on it, and it'll make it easier to connect onto other tripods and monopods and anything that I have an Arca Swiss type mount on. I'm disappointed that Sony's foot didn't have the Arca Swiss style on there, but I am happy that you are able to take it off. Typically I remove the foot on my 100 to 400s in the past. I've also removed the foot on my 70 to 200. Typically those are lenses that you handhold an awful lot more than you do using a tripod. So you know, I'm happy that Sony made it where they can remove it. I actually like their system better than what Canon offers, because with the Canon, at least with the EF lenses, it was a complete collar that you removed, and it was bigger and bulkier. This one I like because you remove the foot and the collar is basically built into the lens. So anyways, hopefully you know, you'll get something out of another unboxing of the Sony 100 to 400. But I think the fact that I'm showing you the lens coat that I purchased and that I'm showing you the lens foot that I purchased for the Sony lens maybe makes it a little bit different. One thing I like that I'm showing you also in this video is that I am showing you how to install the lens cover, that the diagram has numbers on it and each of the pieces is numbered, and you can match it up and get it on your lens quite quickly. And I think the design is really nice. One thing that I like about it too is I like the little cover that goes over the switches on the Sony lens, because I like the fact that when you take it off, there's no plastic over it like some of the ones that I've purchased in the past from Lens Coat. I don't like the plastic cover from Lens Coat, because when you flip the switches or move the switches, you're actually touching the plastic, and that becomes a little cumbersome. It's not as tactile. It's going to be much more tactile to actually have the buttons not having a plastic cover over it. I also think that the ones from Lens Coat, the plastic gets hard and maybe can become brittle with time, and sometimes they get discolorized. So I think I'm going to be real happy with this lens cover. The price was right, and hopefully you'll enjoy and get something out of this video. I appreciate you watching it. Please like and subscribe, and send me some comments. I would love to hear you guys' opinions and thoughts on things. Thank you.